Hi, I'm Monique and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be telling you all about how I grew my natural hair. I've been getting a lot of questions, not from anybody on YouTube obviously, but in my own personal life about my natural hair journey. I found that all this information is out there, but sometimes while it is accessible, people just really don't understand the basics of hair care. And so I thought that I would just document all of the tips and the tricks that I've learned throughout this 4 or 5 year process to help somebody out there who really wants to grow their hair long and strong, or just maintain healthy hair, whether it is natural or relaxed. I'm not saying that I'll never go back to relaxed hair, because that's always a possibility. Hair is hair, and whether you're natural or relaxed, it's just hair. It's just protein bonds. It's just collagen. It is not that serious, but I understand that people want to look a certain kind of way, and hair is an important part of anybody's beauty regimen. So yes, I hope that my tips will be helpful. So I went natural in 2015. I had been relaxed for 11 years. I got my first relaxer when I was in first form, or the 7th grade, and my hair was relaxed all through high school, all through college, and then when I was about to start law school, I went natural. I went natural because life forced me to. Without getting into too much detail, I started to lose my hair. It had nothing to do with relaxers. It had nothing to do with hair care. I got ill and I was going through a very stressful time, and I began to lose my hair. In the picture that you see in the thumbnail, or I'll just post it right here, in that picture, my hair was was a mess, and it wasn't because I wasn't taking care of it. It was because my hair was falling out in clumps. There was nothing I could do because it was just illness and stress. So I remember that 4 or 5 month period before I started law school, I was trying my best to take care of my hair, but it just wouldn't cooperate with me, because it was not cosmetic. The issue wasn't cosmetic. The issue was biological or physiological. So the day before I started law school, I decided to install a protective style, and a friend came over and she braided my hair into some Marley twists. And I remember right before she came over to my house to do my hair, I got my scissors and I cut it all off. By that time, I had, because I believe in stretching relaxers, I had maybe 4 or 5 months of new growth. So I just cut all of the relaxed ends off. And so I guess you could call it my big chop, but I wouldn't really call it that. But I guess it was. So she braided my 2 or 3 inches of hair, and I left it like that. And that was it. And since then, I just continued to braid my hair for the next 4 to 5 years until now. My hair has always been in braids. I would braid my hair for months at a time. I believe in long-term protective styling. When she braided my hair that September to start school the next morning, I didn't remove my braids until when my birthday came around in November. So that was 3 whole months. I remember rebraiding my hair to take my graduation photo in November. That was around the time when we have university graduations here in Jamaica. And I braided it again, and I went back to school, and I didn't rebraid it until January. My hair was in braids again for another 2 months, and then when I rebraided it in January, it stayed until March, and then I continued along that trend. I keep my braids in for at least 3 months at a time. Of course, you know, I do my regular routine, you know, I wash it, I keep my hair clean underneath it, but I really don't do anything much. So I can honestly say that I can credit my natural hair growth journey almost entirely to protective styling, and not just low manipulation hairstyles. I'm talking about protective styling, long-term protective styling. Because, I mean, although all of the other tips that I will mention later definitely played an important role in length retention, I can say that had it not been for protective styling, I would not be almost that waist length today. It definitely just wouldn't have happened. Because I think people need to understand that the aim of protective styling is to, as it says, protect your hair from the elements, from manipulation, from breakage, it just tucks your hair away so that whatever length comes naturally is retained. Because the more you brush your hair, the more you comb your hair, the more you shampoo and detangle and deep condition and moisturize your hair, the more you manipulate it, the higher the risk of breakage. So if your hair grows 1/2 inch every month, but you keep touching it and manipulating it, and it breaks by 1/2 inch every single month, you will never see the progress that you've made. You will never see the growth that your body naturally gives to your hair. And so that is why I am a proponent of, and a passionate proponent of, protective styling. I love braids. I love braids. I love weaves as well. I love sew-ins. I'm not a fan of wigs anymore, but I love those natural looking sew-ins. But I love braids, and I found that, I don't know, braids are so much easier to maintain than sew-ins. With sew-ins, you know, you have to make sure that, you know, you leave out blends, and you have to flat iron your hair every day, and can't bother with that. So I always get my braids done, and they stay in, as I said, for at least 3 to 4 months, and that's it. And every time I take my braids down after a 2 or 3 month stretch, I always find myself just in awe of just how much my hair grows when I leave it alone. Guys, protective styling is so important, and it cannot be understated. And I'm sure that if you watched other videos prior to watching mine, you will see that many people credit their length retention to protective styling. And this isn't because this is some fad or some trend or something. It's because it actually does work. It is the most logical thing ever. Leave your hair alone and your hair won't break. And if your hair doesn't break, you'll see the length that your body naturally gives to you. The second thing that I want to talk about is proper natural hair care, and I think probably in another video or something I'll go into that, and I'll explain what my natural hair regimen is when I'm not wearing braids, or when I'm not wearing some kind of protective style. Having a good regimen is so important. Your hair cannot thrive if your scalp is dirty. Your hair cannot thrive if your hair is in need of moisture or protein, or your moisture protein balance is out of whack. Your hair cannot thrive if you're not deep conditioning. Your hair cannot thrive if it is dry and you're using all of these harsh sulfates in your hair. No, you don't have to co-wash, but cleanse your hair, condition your hair, leave your hair alone. So I'm just gonna run through this really quickly, and I'll give you a list of the products that I usually use when I'm not wearing my braids. Okay, so when I'm not wearing my braids, or I'm not wearing a protective style of some sort, I follow a pretty strict regimen. Sometimes, depending on what's happening in my life or my career, I may I may mess up, because I lead a very busy life. I'm an attorney, and so I do not have a lot of time to spend on my hair, and I think that's the reason why I enjoy wearing my braids so much because they're just really low effort and low manipulation. But I don't have time to be spending 5-6 hours on my wash day anymore. I honestly don't have time for that. So I follow a very strict regimen, and if all goes well on that wash day, I don't need to touch my hair for another week. That's just how I do it. Once I wash my hair and I put it in that bun on Sunday night or Monday morning for work, I don't touch it again until the next Sunday when it's time for wash day. Okay, so on a Sunday, I take care of my hair. That is a day I dedicate to my hair care regimen. So on a Sunday, I start off with my shampoo. I do not co-wash. I do not pre-poo. I believe in a deep clean. No, your hair doesn't have to feel dry and stripped afterwards. No, you don't have to clarify, but I think it's important that you use a shampoo. You need surfactants in your shampoo. No, it doesn't have to be sulfate, but you need a surfactant or cleansing agent of some sort in your cleanser. I prefer to use sulfate-free shampoos. My favorite sulfate-free shampoos are the Cream of Nature Argan Oil shampoo or the Cream of Nature Pure Honey shampoo. In terms of conditioner now, to be honest with you, prior to about 2 or 3 years ago, I didn't use conditioner because that's another video. But honestly, I use my conditioner in my shower to help to detangle. That is it. I do not rely on conditioner for moisture because conditioners are not formulated to penetrate the hair shaft. They are just not formulated for that. It helps with detangling and that's it. My favorite conditioner to use to detangle my hair in the shower is the Tresemme Moisture Rich conditioner. But I mean, conditioner is conditioner, and honestly guys, it is not that serious. It is just a detangle. Conditioners are not meant to provide moisture. It may have moisturizing, some may have moisturizing properties, but they're supposed to give you slip to detangle. It isn't supposed to be rocket science. Use any conditioner and detangle and you'll be fine. Now for deep conditioners, I tend to use my TGI. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. Whew, I'm getting excited. But the TJ and Honey Miracle Hair Mask or the Camille Rose Coconut Water Penetrating Hair Treatment. Next, I use my leave-ins. I alternate between the African Pride Moisture Miracle leave-in conditioner, the Cream of Nature Coconut Milk leave-in, and the Cream of Nature the Pure Honey Twisting Cream. It isn't actually a leave-in, it's a holding cream. Well, it's a twisting cream, but it works great for me as a leave-in. I alternate between any 3 of those, and I find that these are the best leave-ins for me and my hair, and I've tried everything. And these leave-ins cost like what, $4 or $5 US. It's really not expensive and you get great results. I usually steam with an oil afterwards, usually my vitamin E oil or sweet almond oil or something, but that is it. I use 4 products in my wash day: shampoo, conditioner, deep conditioner, leave-in, and that's it. I don't do natural hairstyles and twist outs and braid outs and no, I don't have the time. I just don't have the time. I love seeing those styles, but they're just not for me because honestly, I feel like the less you manipulate your hair, the better. After I apply my leave-in, I put my hair into, maybe 8 twists or something, and I leave my hair to dry. And that's it. The next morning, I take my twists down, I detangle my hair, I put my hair in a bun, I slick it down, and I go to work. And that is it for the rest of the week. I do not do much to my hair. I don't touch it again until the next wash day. It is as simple as that. And every time I tell people that it is pretty simple, they don't believe me. They think it's some magic potion or some magic oil or some hair product that I'm just not telling them about. It really isn't that serious. Leave your hair alone and it will grow. Leave your hair alone and take care of it properly when you're not protective styling, and you will begin to see length, because as I said earlier, your hair grows naturally. Leave your hair alone and you will begin to see the length that your body naturally gives to you. It is as simple as that. And if you watch other YouTube videos, you will hear the same thing from other people. So that is pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too long. I hope you found it informative, and if you did, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel. I will post some more videos about natural hair care and my regimen, and hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye.